can't fucking fall. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table where we break it all down. Say what? We about to break bread right now. So I was thinking about the many ways in which, we excuse ourselves again from greatness by surmising a lot of time that we can't help other people. You feel me? And the only way you would draw these type of conclusions is if you feel like, you're not worthy, you know what I'm saying, by way of you not having certain things going on yourself, you feel me? So I would encourage you to do the work that comes to your mind. The things that, bother you, or the desires before they begin to bother you. The things that you desire to change about your life. The things that you desire to better in the lives of other people. You feel me? How y'all doing? What's up with it? So, when you think about the actuality of our effects on each other, either we helping or we hurting one another. Again, either we helping or we hurting one another. You feel me? I know a lot of times we say, I can't help you, I ain't gonna hurt you. But a lot of times you gotta take into account. I like that phrase. But you gotta take into account that the audience sometimes is enough punishment as it is. You know what I'm saying? And for a lot of us, we watch other people go through shit to the point that, the mere fact of us watching them go through it, it adds weight to the situation, you feel me? Adds weight to the situation. So when you think about how that thing add weight to the situation, I just saw a dead animal, and I was just thinking, like, why do, we get so afraid when we see certain things like that, or a startle, so to speak. And I just came to the conclusion that the reason why we be feeling, I feel the way a lot of times is because, mortality is something that we all have to come to grips with, meaning it's not always an easy pill to swallow or a thing to deal with, you feel me? But it's not necessarily something that any of us can avoid. Everybody got their own perception of it, just like everybody got their own perception of life. So I would definitely encourage you to take that time to fill in the void by getting an understanding of you, starting with the basics. The fact that, we all want to be understood, and we all are seeking some sort of understanding. Feel me? Some sort of understanding. We start out trying to figure out what worked. You feel me? And then for some of us, we figure out what worked for us. And from there, it shapes our reality, so to speak. But it's not for us to sit there and prejudge each other or write each other off because of our own unique understandings of life. We're not going to always see it all the same. Feel me? And when we do, that's a beautiful thing. And even when we don't, it's a beautiful thing. Adds texture to the picture. Feel me? Add texture to the picture. Remember though, we gotta help each other. You know what I'm saying? Help each other through our misunderstandings of life. For a lot of us, we have a lot of misunderstandings of life. Be real with each other about what we doing and what we going through so that others might learn from you. Feel me? Be real with each other about what we doing and what we going through, you feel me? So that others might learn from you. A lot of people be wondering why the youth don't see the value in what you trying to show them. Because on so many levels, they don't even understand why you doing it the way you doing it. You feel me? Because they not being showed all the inner workings to be able to say, this is why I gotta appreciate that. And this why this go with that. And this how that play out. Feel me? Gotta walk them through the steps. No different than how we taking these steps. You know, I'm doing my daily walk, encouraging you to do yours also. But it's one thing to tell somebody to do something, it's another thing to go through it with them. You know, I used to always enjoy them bosses that, you know, they ain't just say what we had to do, but they would dig in so we can make our quotas and shit too. Either you helping or you hurting. We all hurting, even if we not certain. We may become numb through the circumstances, you feel me? We may have became numb through the circumstances. The best way to heal is to help even when you hurting. Help other people, even when you hurting. Don't get it twisted. Either you helping or you hurting. But for some of us, again, we done became numb through the circumstances that we done been facing, or we done been in them for so long, to the point we just like, man, everybody gotta go through this. Or shoot, you know what, if I had to go through it, they can go through it too. You know what I'm saying? Question everything. And if you ever question why I had to go through this, you would wonder, or you would come to find out that, dang, it's because somebody didn't share the information with you. So now, you know what you must do. Share the information. To help somebody else pull through. Pay attention to the patterns that come with certain thought processes. Cut off access to those things and patterns you see that don't serve your purpose. Let others deal with their matters until the moment arises that you are ready to help and they are available to receive. When it gets to the point we get tired of helping, you have grown too attached to the end results. When it's for you to make your effects felt. Aspire to inspire, you feel me? Aspire to inspire, y'all. A lot of us, we just be looking for reason to write people off. You know what I'm saying? We just be looking for reason to write people off. And a lot of times we come around when people ain't ready for no help. You know what I'm saying? People feel like they still, you know, working through it or whatever. Even then, you know, you could probably facilitate or do something of that nature. But instead, we rather speak ill upon our brother or sister. And I realize this too adds to the decline. But takes away from the energy that would be best served to edify this person, or edify the move that the person is trying to make. You feel me? But instead, we sit back and we, you know, backbite. And sometimes for a lot of us that's out here trying to make these moves, we be like, man, I don't know why I feel like, seem like I don't even want to talk to everybody about what I'm going through or what I'm working on. Just feel like everybody ain't gonna even give a damn, or they ain't gonna be able to appreciate it. So I'm better served just keeping it to myself. Feel me? Keeping it to myself. But what I come to realize is, rather than keep these thorns in my side, I can always find different ways to provide edification or ways to inspire others. So case in point, here we are. We are taking these morning walks. Let me correct myself because the way my connotation is with that word. We are taking these grand rising victory laps. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how long we can get that to stick. Make that into a mind state. And, you know, we're doing the best by our heart. This nice vessel we done been given. You know, we done said how grateful we are. And thankful for the things that we have and who we are in this life. You feel me? You gotta keep that in mind, y'all. Again, when you get to the point that you grow tired of helping people, a lot of times it's because we have grown too attached to the end results. We done grown too attached to the end results. Until we see some, how you doing? All right. Until we see some changes that we like, we feel like, nah, it ain't no point in doing it. But the point of me having this conversation with you is to say, sometimes you gotta plant a seed, water that thing, leave it alone. Some plants don't require as much attention as others. And that's what I'm trying to tell you about manifesting, about creating a mind state within yourself that's of edification. You have to put certain things in you and just leave. Let it cook. Let it marinate for a little bit. Stop overthinking it. And if you are thinking about it, work it through in your head. Why this information was sent to you in the time it was. In the time that it was, you feel me? So keep it in mind as you're going through our life. Keep it in mind that we all out here making our way through our life. Either we helping or we hurting. It say a lot about you when you decide to help people even in the midst of your hurt. Because this is an inspiration to those who understand what an inspiration is. You feel me? This is an inspiration to those who understand what an inspiration is. And we appreciate you. I can't say it enough. I'm ever so grateful for the people who support the platform, the people that can appreciate the information that's made it to this time in their life to where, you know what, this is the information that we crave. This is the information that makes sense. Because that's the point of it all, y'all. We here to make it all make sense. We here to make it all make sense. And for a lot of us, you know, things been making sense to us, but we've been looking for confirmation from others that kind of throw us off the path. And I say, you know what, recognize that I said that this would be an angel on every corner, not a pack of angels. You feel me? Not a pack of angels. So it's a strong potential for you to have a vision within your circle of friends to take y'all where y'all supposed to go. You feel me? Where y'all supposed to go. But even with that, don't lose sight of your purpose in this life. It's to be understanding and to give an understanding. What understanding are you giving? You feel me? What understanding are you giving? Is it hurt versus helping? Is it hurt versus helping? If it is, recognize you continue more of the same energy that brought you the pain. You continuing more of the same energy that brought you the pain. And as sure as you put it out, it's coming back. So like they say, even if you can't do it for the babies, or even if you can't do it for you, do it for the babies. Okay. Well, even if you don't think about how it affects other people, think about how it's gonna come back to you. You know what I'm saying? Energy amplifies, you feel me? Energy usually amplifies itself. So as it just keeps going out, you feel me? As it just keeps going out, everybody that it touch, everything that it reaches, you feel me, is exposed. Everything that it reaches is left exposed for its weakness. That's like every day that the sun rises. We feel those aches and pains sometimes. It's an explosion of what? Should be an explosion of weakness, meaning weakness leaving the body. But instead, for a lot of us, sun exposes our weaknesses. When we first wake up sore, needing to stretch, because we done been tense for real, like, feel me? Instead of relaxed. A lot of us think we getting sleep. We really not. We really not getting no sleep. If anything, we in the trance-like state. And that's why I encourage you to program yourself. I encourage you to program yourself. One, the fact that we are programmable beings. This reality is programmed. Based on the fact that you see this life geared from your perception. Your perception of life come by way of your experience. Feel me? Your experiences in life come by way of your environment. And even with that, I'm grateful and I'm thankful for everything I was able to behold. You feel me? For everything I was able to behold. And for me, recognizing I gotta use my mind and not believe in everything I done been told. And not believe in everything I done been told. It is what it is, you feel me? It is what it is. I am the greatness that I've been seeking this whole time within me. Is all the riches that I've been waiting and now I'm receiving. I am the gold mine. I just had to take the time to dig in. You feel me? Dig in, my friend. Dig in, my friend. So you can see the beauty that is you. The beauty that is me. The beauty that is we. It's a beautiful life, y'all. It's a beautiful time to align and pay attention to the greatness that is you. Greatness that is you. We are the golden ones. Illuminate. Allow yourself to be a conductor of powerful energy, of light energy, not of energy that's bogging you down, keeping you second guessing. Feel me? In the words of my bro, man, you hold your head down while your energy already down, you just gonna collapse. So you gotta hold your head up. You feel me? Even when your energy ain't up, put yourself in position to receive. You feel me? To receive your download, uploads. You know what I'm talking about? Just saying. The information is in your face. What you gonna do with it? How you doing, Queen? All right. Either we gonna make a move, or we gonna play the fool. But it's all on you. It's all on you. And recognize everything that you've been thinking about up until now. This came to you. Maybe because you're like understanding about how these things come into play. Maybe you lost patience. You know what I'm saying? Or just didn't wait. But yeah. Put it in your mind. And do yourself a favor. Recognize this mind absorbs, remembers experiences, and filters. Always have your filter on. Like a lot of y'all go through our social media. I always have y'all filters on. Feel me? Do the same thing with your mind. And you will come to find this shit is divine. And everything that come to your mind ain't necessarily your thoughts. Because your thoughts gonna come by way of already going through the filter. You know what I'm saying? Of absorption. Weighing them through your experiences. You feel me? And making yourself aware of the odds you face. You got this, champ. I love you as myself, and it ain't nothing you can do about it, as we are one. And I'm so glad we in connection. Kinfo, let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table where we break it all down. Say what? We just broke bread right now. Peace within, peace out. Make sure y'all have a lovely day.